The second biggest scam in the world, driving schools. They say one of the world's biggest hidden scams is the driving school business, not because of the tuition fees, but because that's not where they really make their money. Mr. Walker owned a small private driving school, but instead of charging students the usual $800 fee, he offered free lessons and even promised each student a $200 bonus upon completion. The crazy part? After the campaign, he didn't lose money. He made 80 times more than what he'd make from tuition alone, shaking up the whole local driving school industry. At that time, competition was brutal. Even slashing prices to $600 wasn't enough to attract students. One evening, Mr. Walker met Professor Miller, a seasoned business strategist. Professor Miller said, "In business, there are at least 27 ways to profit. Why are you only thinking about tuition? If you follow my method, you'll make 80 times more." Here was the plan. First, announce that driving lessons are completely free. However, each student must put down a $1,000 refundable safety deposit. This deposit will be returned after 1 year if the student drives safely without getting more than 2 traffic violations. As a bonus, safe drivers would also receive an additional $200 cash reward. Mr. Walker hesitated. "But what about students who can't afford $1,000 up front?" Professor Miller smiled. "That's simple. Partner with a finance company. Offer an installment plan. Students can borrow the $1,000 and pay it back over 10 months, just about $110 a month, including a small interest fee." Mr. Walker then asked, "How do I track whether students have traffic violations?" Professor Miller replied, "Require all students to purchase their car insurance through your partner agencies. Insurance companies can track driving records and pay you a referral commission." He added, "Think about it. Students get free lessons, a chance at a $200 reward, and easy payment plans. They'll be lining up to register." Hearing this, Mr. Walker was fired up. But Professor Miller wasn't finished. "There's even more," he said. "Partner with local car dealerships and banks. Tell your students that elsewhere they'd need a 20 to 30% down payment to buy a car, but through your partnerships, they can get zero down financing and drive away the same day they get their license." Mr. Walker asked, "But where's my profit in that?" Professor Miller explained, "You have to stop thinking about just selling a product. Real money comes from the strategy. In services, you earn from deposits, memberships, and referral commissions. In sales, you profit from financing deals, ongoing fees, and controlling the supply chain." Mr. Walker listened carefully. "I've been teaching driving for over 15 years, he said, "but I never thought about it like this." Professor Miller smiled. "Making money," he said, "isn't hard if you design the right system. The money will find you.